Coffee Break with your host, Sola and Nasifa. Today is Monday, April 20th, 2009, and here in the Emerald Isle, things once hidden are now so obvious, it's sending some of us here on Montserrat blind.
Good morning and welcome to Coffee Break. But have no fear, even blind, Nasifa and I will always bring the grind.
Better believe it. And while we're on the topic of grinding, there are people in Montserrat who are really feeling the grind of hard life here in Montserrat.
What are you talking about?
Well, I was just relaxing one day and noticed a very disturbing scene in broad daylight on a public beach. I walked away with a new perspective on how hard life is for some right here in Montserrat.
Well, the world is now feeling the effects of what Montserrat has to endure for about, they say, 13 years now. But tell me, what it is that you saw that was so disturbing?
Girl, I saw a disabled man walk up to some discarded paper bags with food in it and a half-drunk bottle of ting, and casually picked them up and started where the person who actually bought those items left off.
Well. Considering, we live in a world of strange diseases, this is sure one hell of a risk to take.
Or maybe just a desperate act of a very hungry man. Don't forget, survival is everything.
Jeez, that man had to be hungry, bro.
You hear? Well, although I might add, he is one of our special mental cases, though.
Well, hell, Lucifer, that's normal. What's so disturbing about that? He probably don't even have a second thought about what he eating or what he doing. All he see was free food. Sound functional to me, not disturbing.
Okay, no. I feel a little guilty about the next part of the scene that disturbed me.
Guilty? You? No way. What about this situation that could make you feel guilty?
Okay, not a few seconds after this man had finished inhaling this food, the disabled one, with the crumbs still on his mouth and drops of the drink dangling off his beard, Mr. Mental Case immediately turns and looks at me, waiting to see if I would call him out to the owner of the food.
Sweet. Did you?
No, I sure didn't. For some reason, my spirit didn't incline me to do that. I thought to myself, hell, if I was hungry enough to pick up discarded food and an unattended bottle of drink that is infested with all sorts of germs and diseases, I must be really, really hungry.
I know that's right.
Then I thought, if I bought myself something to eat, would I be willing to go back to it some 20 or 30 minutes later? It had been unattended in a country rumored to poison people just on envy alone.
Hell no. The owner who came back for that food is not just nasty, but stupid too.
You ain't had?
So wait, you didn't squeal?
Do I look like a rat to you? Shoot, of course not. I just watched the crazy dude watching me, not telling on him. Hell, I think I may have gotten some, cool points with the man afterwards.
You don't know, having some cool points on story, with a crazy dude, you might not be a bad thing, might not be a bad thing. You know what they say here, Montserrat? You need a SWAT team to hold on some of these mental cases so that they can, inject them with the magic medicine. That makes them walk around like zombies for about 3 days.
You ain't have? Now you have a point. Having a mental bag of muscles covering your back may not be a bad thing after all.
Girl, talking about mental dysfunction. Have you heard about the old man found dead the other day?
So, old men are found dead every day. Is there a twist for this particular one, or, did this old man just die?
Well, according to the word on the streets, this old man was strangled and robbed.
What?
Because, it was common knowledge that he was sick.
Oh,
So now we didn't do that.
I see. So whoever did it thought it would look like he, the old man, died as a result of his illness.
I know. But the word on the streets is that the police showed up on the scene, right? And declared that this old man had fell out of bed And died.
But wait, just say it again one more time. I ain't hear it all. The police show up and say, say what?
And declared that the old man fell out of bed and dead.
Now let's put aside the fact that there's no coroner in the police force, okay? What are you trying to tell me? Oh, what is this?
Well. You just drop out of bed so and dead.
Why he died from?
Don't tell me you're going deaf too. It's the fall from the bed to the floor that killed him, so they say.
Well, it certainly seems like someone or a group of people are targeting older people in Montserrat, you know.
Why?
Because...
You heard something else about, you know, another old man, or is it the same old man they're talking about?
No, man, no. This is another old man.
What? So what the hell is going on in Montserrat these days?
Well, as I hear it, this old man was strolling down the road one night, and a group of young men surrounded him and tried to rob him.
Rob him? So we had to get through the robbing?
No. He made the right move at the right time that ended up saving his life. But it didn't prevent him from having one of his ears hanging by a tiny piece of skin.
So wait, these bastards, these young men, they're still on the loose? I would hate to know that.
No. According to what I heard, these early murderers in the making have been arrested.
Thank goodness. At least for once the police can be given credit for something. Although in a community of two people, it is definitely not difficult to point out who is who.
Yeah. That was the positive side of the story, though.
What? Look, there's more?
There's always more. According to how it's being told, the old man went to the hospital with his barely there air.
Oh goodness. If I know this country, this could really get interesting. Let me guess. The doctor at the hospital did something strange, right?
If that's what you want to call it.
Grounds for a lawsuit?
Well, yeah, grounds for a lawsuit or a resignation at least.
Tell them why.
Well, according to how I heard it, right? After bleeding down for some time, he was finally called into the hospital, cradling this piece of air swinging from the side of his head. So the nurse immediately calls the doctor for his medical instructions. Do you want to know what they were?
Hell yeah!
They said the doctor told the nurse, it's only a piece of skin. Just take a scissors and cut the little skin connecting to this piece of air to the rest of the head off. Oh, and by the way, these instructions were given over the phone.
No way. Just like that? Our doctor's supposed to be compassionate. This one was a psychic.
Obviously psychic, Daddy. Well, you know how that goes in this country. Anyway, I want to send out much respect to the nurse on duty in that particular situation for not just following her doctor's orders and commencing to snipping.
She didn't?
No. Well, after the nurse told the old man the doctor's orders, he bolted for the door, holding his air, bleeding and all.
You're right.
But she convinced him that she would try her best to reattach his air with her limited skills. And she did just that. According to what I heard, she did a great job.
Wow! Whoever you are, Miss Nursey, they should fire that doctor and hire you to replace him. Obviously, you got the skills, girl.
Obviously, much more skills, alright? But don't say too much, Sola. This is Montserrat. She might get fired instead of promoted.
You do have a point there, you know. Well, while we enjoy another week in this wild kingdom of ours, join us next week to find out all the new hells.
Always new hells. Always
News hells. Right here.
On Coffee Break.